Hello, everyone. Good evening from South
Hey,
Africa.
hello.
Ah,
John,
Hello.
we're good on
Hello.
Facebook whenever you're ready.
hello, Julian.
Hi
Uh,
there.
yes, anytime, Ethel.
Yeah,
So
we're
it's
good.
nighttime in South Africa right now.
It is, and it's freezing cold. It's about 4 degrees.
Oh my God, you'd never expect that in South Africa. It's
It's
so
gonna
very.
snow next week.
Can you take pictures and send it?
I will do.
I would
Oh,
love to see the snow in South Africa. That's
You
really
Crazy.
don't
cool.
think of Africa and snow.
Oh, Joburg gets so cold. Really cold.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It's like
whenever
you think
you're
about
ready, John.
being really hot that it snows in Arizona. Great.
Hi, Gerda.
Okay.
Hello,
All the best, Angela here.
thank you,
Hello,
Angela.
Angela.
Hi, Angela.
So
Hi,
Ethel, is
everybody.
Facebook on?
Yeah.
Yes, we're
Okay.
good.
Well, hello, everybody. Welcome, Facebook and Zoom. It's good to see all of you today. We have a wonderful artist. We have Gerda from Belgium. So look forward to seeing her artwork and what she wants to show us today. I just want to do a reminder. I'm always amazed what you as artists can do in an hour. I watch these demos and it's mind blowing what you can do in an hour. But the piece of this right here isn't necessarily to finish a piece of artwork, is to convey years or decades of experience of maybe how to do softening hard lines or doing eyes, or it's to provide and give something someone's learned for over decades. So it isn't necessarily to finish the artwork. That's always wonderful. And it seems like they always do, you always do. But that wasn't necessarily the focus and still remains to give insight. And your dialogue back and forth is always really important. I always find when I go to Google and ask a question, I think no one could possibly have asked this question, and you see it's been asked 100 times. So we're all in the same ballpark. If you have a question, please ask it. Even if it's been asked before, it just adds something more to the presentation. So with that, I want to welcome Gerda. Gerda, hello.
Hello,
Great having you today.
thank you.
So, Ethel, we're going to see some of Gerda's work.
Yes, we'll have our PowerPoint ready here. Okay. So, dear friends, if you have not followed Gerda, meet Gerda. And if you have not followed Gerda on Instagram, please do so. You can do that now. This is her handle, Mentens G. Mentens is Gerda's family name. And of course, she's also on Facebook. Gerda, as shared, the next couple of slides are your sample artworks. And for sure, our community would love to hear a line or two for each of these beautiful artworks here. We begin with this piece.
This one is made in the background, wet on wet, and then the boat and the water, the black water, is done in one go. I don't like layers. This one also, in the background, wet on wet, let it dry, and then the boat in one go. This is something special because I put some crayons on it, oil crayons. The laundry is done in oil crayons. Yes, this one I started with the dark behind the flowers. The flowers were white. Then I did the vase, and then the flowers. This one is maybe a little bit the same that the one I'm going to do, but I did a lot of splashing. This gives the light in a church. I like to paint in churches and get the light in it.
All right, that's the last piece here.
Okay.
Back to you, John.
Awesome. So, Gerda, do you want people to ask questions as they have them, or do you want to wait to the end of when you're done?
No, they can talk to me. I hope they do.
I hope so too. Okay.
Yeah.
So with that, anytime you'd like to start would be fine.
Oh, I want to start now. Yeah, that's okay. Okay. I will put some water, a little bit of water where the sky is going to be. And then I put some lavender. Lavender, you say it in America? Lavender?
Lavender, yeah.
Lavender? Okay, a little bit, not too much. Like that. I use mostly flat brushes, only for flowers. Maybe I take some round brushes. I want to find one. Okay, so I start with the trees in the background, and I put cobalt blue with Mars yellow, and I mix them on the palette. I mix them in the colors, not on the palette. So there we go. Maybe some more blue.
Which blue?
What do you say?
Which blue?
Cobalt.
Cobalt.
Cobalt, yeah. That's a little bit colder, so it's good for the background. Like that. And now I take a bigger flat brush and I'm going to wet the foreground. Because this has to dry. Like that. And then I use again Mars yellow. Because you can see it on my palette, I just use now 6 colors. I put it in. I like these dry brush strokes. I'm going to leave it. If you have questions, please do, eh?
Yes, we will. Thank you.
I'm going to put some more color. Because I want to catch the light at the end with nice contrasts. Little burnt sienna. bit more. First burnt sienna and then a little bit of blue. That gives a gray. And the blue is indanthrone, you say it in English?
Indanthrone.
Indanthrone, okay. We say it differently, but it's the same. Sienna first. That's you see, it becomes gray. The foreground a bit darker. But when you put a lot of water in your watercolor, you lose some of the strongness of the watercolor. Now it's too blue, so I have to put more sienna in it.
Gerda,
Yeah,
we have a comment here from Gillian. I love the way you're mixing your colors on the paper instead of on the palette. Such beautiful blends.
I do it all the time, and I think you get more. How do you say it in English? I don't know how to the word in English. Oh, more surprises.
Ah, yeah, that is true.
I always like to call that nuance. Get a lot of nuance.
Uh-huh.
But I like surprises better.
Me too. Okay, that's the foreground.
Gerda,
Yeah,
some of us are wondering, we see your reference photo. It looks tall. Is it a photograph or is it on a screen?
it's an iPad.
Okay, so it's a long one, a tall one?
It's a big one, yeah.
It's just,
I-
and it's also the angle that we're seeing it at. So
Yes.
Yeah, I think the camera distorts a bit because
Mhm.
the angle of the camera. Yeah.
Thank you.
We go to add something. So I used to learn this in China to make the brush dry at the end in the painting. You see my brush is open now. So there we go. That's okay.
And it's got a brush, right?
Yeah. And I'm going to use a bit of, you say,
In the
tallow green?
phthalo.
Phthalo green.
Phthalo, okay.
do
Let's
you
see.
prefer natural or synthetic brushes?
I like synthetic brushes because they don't take a lot of water, and I'm not used to use a lot of water in my watercolors. Again, for the contrast. Like this. Okay. Now the trees on this side. I use again a flat brush, and I use oh, I can't say it in English.
Indanthrone?
Indanthrone with burnt sienna.
Wow, that's a dark mix.
Immediately the contrast. Let's do blue.
So it's almost pure color. Very little.
Yeah. I always put some fresh paint in my palette, and I have dry paint. This is dry paint, and here I have fresh paint. So I use both. When I use the big contrast, I use the fresh paint. When I have to do this one, the light ones, I use the dry colors.
Uh-huh. Really powerful.
What do you say?
Very colorful, very powerful.
Thank you, thank you. That's also nice. The dry brush strokes. It's maybe not dark enough. I have to go over it. That's good. And this is nice. This is nice, I think.
Super. Is that rough paper?
Yeah. I thought it was the Chinese paper, but there's another paper. It's called Old Holland Classic.
Mm-hmm.
And it's 535 grams.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I need another word. No, I don't find it. Ah, here it is. Okay. Next tree.
Someone would like to know about the way, what you learned in China about the white, getting rid of the white when you already put the darks.
No, that I didn't learn in China. I learned a lot about using brushes.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Now, smaller one. Go smaller now. And it's further away, so it can be lighter now. I have a Chinese brush to make the things on the trees. How do you call it? I don't know.
Rigger?
It's a very small one. You see, wait.
Oh, wow.
It's very small, but it I can use it like a pen. And that's nice. You see, you can push it a little bit and then go further and make beautiful forms.
Branches.
Branches, yes, branches. That's the word. I learned English. Yay! What do you think until now?
Very nice.
We love it.
I think going to the strong contrast immediately shows confidence as a painter.
Thank you. Wow. Thanks for the compliment. Yeah, it's a bit like music, like classical music.
Mhm.
Before I began, I did a drawing, and you can see it already a subtle bit here that I gray it in with graphite, always. It's good for my memory. Now I'm going to splash a little bit for the. Sorry, I talk in Flemish. This I mix a little bit on the palette. That's enough, I think. It's good to totally change brushes in the painting. Not always paint with one brush. That's that. I have to wait a little bit when the splash is on the contrast color and the splash gets a little bit dry. I can put it away and I get new structures. You will see later.
We have a funny comment in Facebook.
Yeah.
Says, I was waiting Oh, I've lost it now. I wondered when the paint would splash the laptop.
That what?
When the paint would splash the laptop, because you see that there.
Ah, oh yes, it is. It is. It is. Now I see it. But don't worry,
I'm sure it's well trained. This laptop is sure.
It's just watercolor, so it's not oil. Again, blue and
Letty
blue.
would like to know if your palette has all 18 of your dot card colors.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
In Facebook, we have people from Finland, Sweden, Germany, United States, Hawaii, India, somewhere in Central America, I think. From
Great, great.
France.
You see, the light is coming. The light's already coming, so that's nice.
Exactly.
That's nice. Now the big tree in the foreground. I just use those two colors, like I told you.
Yellow green and Mars yellow. Oh no.
Burnt sienna and
That's wrong. Yeah.
and the difficult name.
In that's wrong.
Right.
Gerda, when you have a moment, could you pick up your iPad and show the reference photo to us for a moment? And
Yeah.
I will screenshot.
Okay, just a minute.
Yeah, you're fine.
Just a minute, huh?
No
Take your
rush.
How can I do it?
Just put it like on the camera. Yes, like that.
And if you could lift it up a little higher, and I will take a screenshot or somebody will. Let's see. Hold it one sec. All right, cool. I got it.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Now, to get more light, I have a technique. I take my flat synthetic brush and I squeeze it between my hands. Like that. And then you can use your brush as a rubber. you can take away some color.
Gerda, is your paint in your palette fresh from the tube?
I have fresh paint and I have dried paint.
Okay.
These dots are dry and I use them in the wet in wet technique. And the dots from the tube are beside the dry color, and I use them for the big contrasts. Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
See, I can take out. Now I'm going to see what is dry over there. Okay, just give me a minute. When I take this away, you see? Can you see it?
Yes.
It gives me more, I like structures. Just with an old tissue, not paper. That doesn't work. See? I like that. Okay, now.
Gerda, you have still 27 minutes left. So you have plenty of time.
Okay, okay. It's nearly finished.
Okay, you can do a second one if you want.
No, I'll work on it. So, the green here with a little bit of splashing. The yellow. I'm looking for my brush. Ah, here it is. Going to make some more branches. Mostly I work very quickly. To get the first feeling of the painting. I connect both sides with the branches. I think when you use photos, it's just a tool. My fantasy helps me out to do other things sometimes. I don't like watercolors. They look like the photo exactly, because then you don't have a watercolor. You don't have a piece of art, you have again a photo. I don't know what do you all think?
Yeah, it goes very much with each person's style.
Yeah, of course.
For some people, it's important to reproduce very much what they see.
Mhm.
For me, I couldn't do that, but it's very personal.
Yeah, that's true. But for myself, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Then
There are lots of comments on your splashing that is lively but controlled at the same time, loose and control. And many painters are mentioning that it's such a difficult thing to master. It's an art in itself. And it can save some paintings as well, using some splashes. It can, if you don't know what to do sometimes with the splashes, you can have a direction. That's what Mary commented. The splashing technique will save a painting. I started yesterday and got stuck on. Now I know what to do. Perfect timing.
yeah, listen, what you have to do is take a flat brush. It's better than a round one. It's very strong. And then you have to put your thumb here and go like that. From your wrist. Not from your elbow or your shoulder, but from your wrist. And do like this.
Oh, thank you. That's a good tip.
Yeah.
Hope
I
it
like to
works for
give
me.
tips.
Excuse me?
It's okay?
I don't know who was saying something, but
Okay.
We have a question on Facebook from Gina,
Yeah.
and she is asking, how do you edit what you see? I am sometimes overwhelmed by all the trees and details I see. Thank you.
Okay, I see in big parts with my eyes closed in half. But first of all, I see the light. And then I try to fix it with the darks, but not all the details. Some details are good, but not too much. Is this a good answer?
excellent.
Okay, thank you. There was a car coming by. I think so. Maybe it's not in the good direction, but I don't care. It's just for the structure.
The light is so powerful.
Yeah, it's because of it. And now you see, it looks like the sun is coming here.
Yes.
Here.
Yes.
And on the ground also. And it's because of the dark parts. When you can't have light when you don't put darks in it. You can't have it. You can't. I have to fix the light with the darks. And the darker I go, the more the light comes.
Absolutely. But you left those parts white. You didn't put any paint, right?
Here I didn't put paint. There I didn't put paint.
It's
Here a
okay.
little bit of lavender, but
Right.
not that much. And here is also the white left. And also the dry brush strokes give the chance to see the light. You can see it here.
Absolutely.
And here and here.
The dry brush stroke, right?
Yeah, that's very important. Very important. Okay, I think it's nearly done. A bit of yellow splash. Maybe I have to do an exception. Because here has to be a warm yellow. And I'm going to use Hansa Yellow Deep for it. It's on my palette, you see.
Mm-hmm.
I first take the paint and then a little bit of water, not much, just a bit. And then I go in the yellow. There we go.
Yeah.
Think it's good.
Very nice.
Maybe I can prove you a bit of this is dry now. So this tree is in the front, so I can have more structure in it. So I splash some water. Then I wait a little bit. I never use, I always use the same water for one watercolor because this is a soup. Here are all the pigments in.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'll do this. And then I go that. You see, there they are.
Super.
Mm.
What a beautiful texture.
I think it's okay.
Yes, it looks done. Beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
It's only done once it's signed and the tape has been peeled.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the big reveal moment.
Yes, the reveal.
Okay, just a minute. I have Nippon gold tape.
Yes, we love that. The yellow one.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, look at those crisp lines.
There we go.
Yeah.
So good.
Wow.
Gerda, can you bring it towards
Yeah.
the screen a little bit, towards the camera?
Like this.
Yes, beautiful.
Fabulous. Yeah.
There was a question about how you simplify from the reference photo, and the question was, often we'll look at a reference photo and it's so overwhelming with all the trees and branches. How do you simplify it so that it's not overwhelming?
I don't know if you've seen it, but I don't care about the light on the trees. I just take one mixed color, of course, but only the dark, not the light on the tree.
Mm-hmm.
You can't paint everything. You can't paint everything. It's impossible. You can't do it in 1 hour. You can't do it in 1 hour. I always simplify everything and always put one thing important, like this, the light and the road. When I paint a street view, maybe only the car is in the light. The rest I make big parts of it. Yeah,
Beautiful. Thank you.
you're welcome.
A lot of comments. Everyone loves it. Facebook is going crazy. Lovely, very nice, looks wonderful. Wow, lots of emojis. Very, very good.
Better than the original.
Yeah.
One of the comments.
Mm.
We like it better than the reference.
That has to be better. It has to be. I always say to my students, the painting is the thing that will be there, and the photo goes away. Never show it to your partner or to your friend or to no one, because they are going to have comments, because they want you to paint the picture like it is.
Yes. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You know
You're
it.
right. You're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
So there's
I
lots
see
of time left.
from
Anybody
I
have any
see
questions?
I see from your information on Daniel Smith as a brand ambassador
Mhm.
that you have over 35 years in teaching.
Yeah.
And I was wondering, do you find, or can you share, please, some of the wisdom that you have learned from so many years of teaching?
Oh, that's a difficult one.
Or maybe
Um,
mistakes beginners often make that you can help with?
it's not always about painting. It's about the atmosphere that people bring into the class, and I do demos step by step, and then people do their own thing. People who start have these difficulties, what we talked about. Too much. And when the painters go already for years in my classes, I think they learned about to simplify. And of course, afterwards, they have their own style to go.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
But,
One of the
but
wonderful things.
I learned a lot in secondary school. I was a teacher in an art school for 30 years also. And I learned from the students. I think it's a communication between the teacher and the students. I learn from the students and they learn from me.
Yeah.
That's how I teach. Also in secondary school, we had a lot of conversation going on, and what they thought, what I thought. I was never a teacher saying this is right, this is wrong, because our thoughts were different. So I have to appreciate their thinking too.
Exactly.
Beautiful. Hmm.
Thank you for sharing your wisdom.
So much wisdom, I know, right?
Yeah, it's 30 years, you know, I'm getting old.
You're getting young. Tom has a nice comment. He says,
Keep
in
getting
Facebook,
better.
he says, I see that you use green over the dark of the tree trunks. Is this possible because the green is more opaque? That's one of his questions. Or
Yeah,
has nothing, there's no relevance, maybe.
I don't think that way. When I use, I don't um, go on opaque or I don't like it. I just like the color, and the green goes over the blue, and the green goes over the red if you want, and the red goes over the green if you want. You just have to know how. When I put some red in here over the green, then I have to put it 3 times.
Mm.
One time, let it dry, second time, let it dry, third time, let it dry, and the red comes out. And in the beginning of my painting, I was so frustrated because it became brown. Green and red gives a brown, but then I learned how to do it. So, yeah.
Thank you so much for all your wisdom, sharing your techniques.
I like to do it, you know.
Can you please explain dry brush technique that you learned in China? It's very interesting.
I didn't learn it in China. Oh yes, with the brushes. Yeah, they use a very light paper, and they use ink, you know. And when they take a brush, I would take the painting away for a moment, and they go like this until the brush is dry.
We need the top camera.
The top cam, please.
We can't see.
Yeah, thank you.
Like that, you see? Until all the paint is out of the brush. And then you can do that, and then you get dry brush strokes.
Hmm.
And these synthetic brushes, when you use fresh paint, I take some fresh paint, like that. You can put them like this. You see? Like this. You can open them.
Open the brush.
Yeah. It's nice
So it's
for...
half and half. So one half was yellow and one half was
No. Both of the colors on the same place.
on the same fiber.
Yeah, and then when you paint churches or you can put this brush like that, and then you can have many colors in one stroke. You don't have to paint many strokes.
That's some work to do. Thank you.
Mhm.
More questions?
Not a question, just a comment on how beautiful that is in its simplicity.
Thank you.
How do you continue to challenge yourself to grow and stretch as an artist?
I paint from September until March, maybe April, and then I take a pause of a half year. And then I do mostly nothing. Maybe a few demos for groups, but I don't paint because I have to refresh my mind again. Yeah.
Gina would like to know if you have ever used the Daniel Smith watercolor sticks.
Not that many. Not that many. Maybe I have to try it. Maybe I have to try it. I have them here in my studio. I don't know where they are. And I use also pigments.
You mean powder?
Powder, yeah.
With gamma Arabic?
No, yeah, it's from the concurrent. It's I don't know if I can say it.
Well, so you use a certain medium?
Yeah. It's silicones. There are silicones.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So
and then you put the silicones on the paper, and then you put half Arabic gum in powder form, and the pigments also, and then you put them on the color, and they stick. They stick. Yeah.
They stick to the paper.
Yeah.
Do you have examples of some of those on your Instagram?
No.
Ooey.
She does have a lot of amazing art on her Instagram. I was just exploring. So if you guys have time, go check it out.
I will.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We thank you.
You're welcome.
Gerda, thank you for being here with us today. Thank you everybody for watching. It was great to watch you and hear all the content. Thank you everybody for taking part. And with that, I wish you all a great day. Thank you, Gerda.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Gerda.
Have a good weekend.
Thank you, John. Thank you, Gerda.
Bye. Thank you,
Bye.
Gerda.
A wonderful weekend, everyone.
Enjoy the
Bye.
evening.